Last year, the Texans and the Cowboys from the National Football League found common ground on one very entity, helping the game of flag football grow all across the Lone Star State. That partnership has culminated into Season 2 of Girls Region 19 Flag Football, leading us to the second ever Girls Region 19 Flag Football Tournament. This year, the stakes, a trip to the state championships. Welcome to the El Paso Sports Network. We are picking up in the middle of the Parkland Matador and Harmony Tiger matchup. It was the Harmony Tigers who first had possession of the ball. They crossed the initial midfield marker for a first down, but they were unsuccessful in getting a score. This is Parkland's first possession of today's game. The score is currently 0-0, with Vanessa Concepcion taking the snap. A quick pass on over. The moves, going to the outside, evading the flag pulls, the spins, the jukes, gets Kaylin Miller solid yardage for the Matadors. The Harmony Tigers are coming into this tournament with something to prove. Last year, they were the champions of the Dallas Cowboy bracket, but they lost in the final to the Houston Texans champion and overall winner of Region 19, the America's Trailblazers. The Harmony Tigers are the best team in flag football, and that stands by their record of 9 wins and 1 draw. The spin, the moves, the swivels once again advances the yards for the Parkland Matadors off of the feet of Kaylin Miller. It's the Parkland Matadors with a 2-6 record who are in this position because of a win against Young Women's Academy. We already saw one upset earlier on today, with the 4-6 Montwood Rams snapped the 5-game win streak of the Franklin Cougars. Parkland is looking to continue the trend. Harmony is trying to avoid it. 0-0 we stand. The toss on over to Miller. Miller is going to go to the outside, and she is in for the Matador touchdown. Parkland strikes first. 2 wins on the season for Parkland. Harmony has lost none. They've only tied 1. That was against El Dorado in their 9th game of the season. A 6-6 draw. Harmony has been unstoppable, but Parkland is trying to put their reign to a stop. Throws to the outside. Pass is complete, but it is unsuccessful in getting the extra point, which means that this game remains 6-0 at the start of the first half. Both teams have already had 1 possession each. It was the Harmony Tigers who turned it over on downs. The Parkland Matadors able to capitalize. Harmony, as part of winning the Dallas Cowboy bracket last year, were invited to Jerry's World, AT&T Stadium, for a game on August 22nd that the Cowboys played against the Atlanta Falcons. All paid expenses covered by the Dallas Cowboys, reminiscent of this very tournament. Girls flag football coming to El Paso through a collaboration with the Houston Texans and Dallas Cowboys, who are covering every single expense from uniforms to the coach's stipend. The throw, on time, made on over to the direction of Monica Ortiz. It's the junior quarterback, Carmen Monarrez, for the Harmony Tigers, currently under center. An unreal 6 passing touchdowns against the Hanks Knights in Harmony's 7th game of the season played. Defensively, she's also been stout with 4 interceptions, this being Monarrez' 2nd year starting for the Harmony Tigers. Last year, it resulted in an appearance in the Region 19 Championship, a 2nd place finish, now looking to go up the 1 spot. It starts against the Matadors. Already, Parkland has played 1 game today. Awaits the snap. Tosses it. Back to Monarrez. Monarrez will throw it a little over the head of her intended receiver. For Harmony, just short of the first down marker, needing to cross midfield. Checks her call. Having Monsaret Garza in shotgun formation with her. Avoids the rush, tosses it to the outside of the field, making moves and crossing the territory necessary to move the chains is none other than Zoe Martinez, the sophomore wide receiver. Harmony keeps the drive going, down by 6. For Harmony, part of a high school branch that in El Paso originally opened in 2007. These Tigers at the high school level are representing the OGs of the Harmony Science Academies around El Paso. The fake throw to the outside completed, but the flag is pulled on none other than Sofia Terrazas. The wide receiver comes up with the grab. It's Harmony able to move past down the field, inching closer towards the end zone. Monarres in the shotgun. Two rushers raise their hand. Both of them come. Slings it just in time before her flag is pulled. However, that pass is incomplete. We go back to that state championship game in Region 19. The final between the Texans and the Cowboys bracket. It was Harmony taking an initial lead 6-0, then allowing 25 straight points to be scored by the opposition America's Trailblazers. Looks, now will toss it. Toss is short, but it's complete. Flag is pulled on the way. Caught by Monzaret Garza, the junior running back. Harmony now running down to their last chance to get points on the board. Parkland sends two again. One of those rushers will be Kalen Miller. Has been elusive offensively, looks to be the same on the other side of the ball. Takes the snap in the shotgun. Here come two rushers having to get out of it. Is pressured, looks, throws deep down into the field. Batted down by the Parkland Matadors off of the hands of Angelina Garza. The defensive play by the Parkland Matadors avoids Harmony from scoring points. And 2 consecutive drives, 2 consecutive shutouts. An important rule to understand about flag football. Since there is no kicking or punting, it means that teams have to go for it on 4th down. Whenever a turnover on downs occurs, however, the ball is not put into play at the spot of the turnover. Instead, every single team gets possession from their own 5-yard line. That is the case for the Parkland Matadors, who are looking to put 6 more points on the board. Currently leading 6-0, looking for a second straight upset as we turn the afternoon into the night at the West Texas town of El Paso. The second ever Region 19 Flag Football Championships, culminating in a state tournament to be played in June of this year down at the University of North Texas, taking the top teams from each region. The runner-up, Harmony Tigers, now on the back pedal. Snap taken by Concepcion. Throws it just off the hands of her intended receiver. Second down for the Matadors. Three receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Center is eligible to be a receiver as well. Takes a snap, Concepcion will fake it, looks, throws towards the outside, pass is complete, goes down the field, flag is pulled but not in time to avoid allowing the first down. The Parkland Matadors are on fire. Pass complete to Angelina Garcia. Parkland finding a groove offensively. Fresh set of downs for the Matadors. Concepcion hands it. Here's the run. The jukes, the spins by Miller, unsuccessful in moving Parkland compared to her last time around. 6-0 Matadors lead. Concepcion in the shotgun. With the back to her right. Concepcion takes the snap. Steps up, goes to the outside, almost intercepted off of the hands of the Harmony Tigers. Third down for the Matadors. Covering that right side of the end zone is none other than the starting quarterback for the Harmony Tigers, Carmen Monarres. 4 interceptions against the Hanks Knights. Now looking to come up with a crucial stop. Fakes it, looks, throws to the outside. Just off of the hands, and an incomplete pass results in a Matador 4th down. Pass intended for Genesis Sanchez, the freshman wide receiver, a new addition to this Matador squad, who was already able to rattle off a win earlier today. Substitution made for the Matadors. In comes the elusive Kalen Miller. In the shotgun, it's Concepcion. Will roll out, looks, throws to the center of the field. That pass is incomplete, covered up by double coverage from the Harmony Tigers. It's a turnover on downs and results in the possession for Harmony, down by 6 in this first half of play. Harmony takes the field down by 6 points, have rattled off 9 wins so far this year. Looks, throws, that pass is incomplete by Monarres. Previously on the El Paso Sports Network, we experienced the battle of the Franklin Cougars and the Montwood Rams. It was the Rams coming away with a victory of 21-0 over the Cougars. A lineage in El Paso when it comes to flag football. A former Franklin alumni, Lania Bryan, a current member of Team USA, in flag football, played basketball in her high school days. It was because of the leisure and the fun that flag football brought to her life and her fandom for the Dallas Cowboys that she played flag football as a hobby in El Paso, Texas. That hobby then turned into an opportunity to represent her country at the highest levels. Bryan going on to win 2 gold medals in international competitions held by the International Federation of American Football. Trying to get rid of it, throws to the outside of the field. Passes just inside, but the whistle blown, play called dead. Harmony running out of opportunities, trailing by 6. Timeout taken. Head coach Matthew Silvas will have a word with his squad. Matthew Silvas regrouped with his squad on a crucial 4th down. It's the Harmony Tigers, the defending Dallas Cowboy bracket champions, down by 6 points near the end of the first half. 10-minute halves, 2 of them in all of these games played. The clock will run unless a timeout is called, or in the last 2 minutes of each half, the clock turns into a pro clock, meaning that for every incomplete pass or out-of-bounds play, the clock stops. Rolling around, being evasive, throwing to the outside of the field. That pass is just short as flags fly. It was Monarres who was able to avoid the rush, tried to complete it to Monica Ortiz. The pass was just short, but flags fly on the play. A no-contact sport brings the adjustment of only being able to pull on the flag. For Harmony, it'll bring an end to the possession. For Montwood, they'll start a new one. Flag against the Tigers as Montwood bunches up on the line. For the Matadors, Concepcion taking the snap. Throws quickly. Flag is pulled on the fly from Genesis Sanchez. A 2-6 record by Parkland. Playing in their 9th game of the season earlier on today. That was a win against Young Women's Academy. Now they lead 6-0 over the defending runner-ups. Concepcion in shotgun formation with Miller to her right. Hands it off to Miller. Fake. Tried to go for the jet sweep. Doesn't work out. Parkland running out of opportunities. Melanie Zuniga with possession on the previous play. YWA formation. Will stay like that. Hand off to Zuniga. Zuniga is zipping her way past midfield. Zuniga is still alive before having her flag pulled close to the first down marker. Turns into a down and distance situation that is manageable for the Matadors. Off the zipping and sliding from Zuniga. Alone in the pocket is Concepcion. She takes the low snap. Looking, throws. Down to the right side of the field. It is caught. Still alive is none other than Kaylin Miller. Miller gets the first down. It's a fresh start for the Matadors, up by 6 in the first half of play. A shocker by Parkland today. The 2-6 team going against a squad that is undefeated in Girls Region 19 flag football play. Miller, again, Miller will evade. Miller slips and slides. Second down, but Parkland inching closer to the end zone. Inside of the 5, this means one thing. No running plays are allowed by the Matadors. You can only pass the ball in this situation. Kaylin Miller can be used as an option only if she is passed to. Shotgun formation, adjustments made. The offensive coordinator for this Matador squad. The pass is a screen. Miller has it, but she's shy of the end zone. Her flag tugged on the way there. Denise Durath putting an end to the play. Andrew Castro calling the shots offensively for the Matadors. Shotgun formation. Alone in the pocket is Concepcion. Concepcion will look, throws it to Miller. Miller is going to be shy once again. Harmony beginning to press, and it's working. Brought down by Sofia Renteria, the freshman. 6-0 in the first half. Parkland has held the possession for the majority of the time. A school which to the opposite of Harmony that opened in 2007, the Matadors here in El Paso since 1961, as Concepcion's pass is incomplete. It's a turnover on downs, and Harmony gets out of a sticky situation. Again, only trailing by 6 points in the first half. As that possession by the Parkland Matadors will mean that it's halftime at the Student Activities Complex. The second half on the way real soon. You're watching Girls Region 19 flag football on the El Paso Sports Network.
Saturday, May 30th, World Championship Boxing returns to El Paso. It's a double main event night as hometown hero Stephanie Hahn takes on Holly Holm in a WBA lightweight world title defense. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano defends her unified titles against Germany's Cheyenne Pepper Hansen. Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer. And Yocasta Valle versus Lourdes Juarez. 4 world title fights. One massive night for women's boxing at the El Paso County Coliseum. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com at the Coliseum box office. Saturday, May 30th, World Championship Boxing returns to El Paso. It's a double main event night as hometown hero Stephanie Hahn takes on Holly Holm in a WBA lightweight world title defense. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano defends her unified titles against Germany's Cheyenne Pepper Hansen. Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer. And Yocasta Valle versus Lourdes Juarez. 4 world title fights. One massive night for women's boxing at the El Paso County Coliseum. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and the Coliseum box office. Saturday, May 30th, World Championship Boxing returns to El Paso. It's a double main event night as hometown hero Stephanie Hahn takes on Holly Holm in a WBA lightweight world title defense. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano defends her unified titles against Germany's Cheyenne Pepper Hansen. Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer. And Yocasta Valle versus Lourdes Juarez. 4 world title fights. One massive night for women's boxing at the El Paso County Coliseum. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and the Coliseum box office. Saturday, May 30th, World Championship Boxing returns to El Paso. It's a double main event night as hometown hero Stephanie Hahn takes on Holly Holm in a WBA lightweight world title defense. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano defends her unified titles against Germany's Cheyenne Pepper Hansen. Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer. And Yocasta Valle versus Lourdes Juarez. 4 world title fights. One massive night for women's boxing at the El Paso County Coliseum. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and the Coliseum box office.
A sunset like no other begins to show its presence down in the West Texas town of El Paso as we get ready for the second half of action between the Parkland Matadors and the Harmony Tigers. At halftime, it was the Parkland Matadors who were not guaranteed to be in this position, having to play their way into this spot of the bracket against the Harmony Tigers, earning a victory against the Young Women's Academy, now leading 6-0 over the defending Dallas Cowboy bracket champions, Harmony. Now, they get the first possession of the second half. Currently at quarterback, staying there in that position is Vanessa Concepcion, which is a lot to say about how Parkland is playing the game. So far today, we have seen various teams, including the likes of Franklin and Montwood. What they have done is that they have altered their quarterbacks. For Parkland, they're going with one athlete. Sees the rush, Concepcion gets rid of it. Kaylin Miller has been a big part of this offensive attack. Miller shows why, rattling off defenders and going down midfield, ever so close to the first down marker. Today's officials will rule her just short, missing the marker by 1. 6-0 lead, Parkland over Harmony. Harmony is the only undefeated team through 38 squads who are competing this season. The Tigers with 9 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie through 10 games. Down by 6 points. Concepcion throws it to Miller. Instead, it's intercepted by the starting quarterback from the Harmony Tigers. Carmen Monares gets the interception and brings an end to the Matador offensive drive and probably has swung the momentum. 4 INTs. Monares, the starting quarterback, put up in Harmony's win against the Hanks Knights in Game 7, one of 2 shutouts that they have pitched so far this season, the other one coming against Isleta in Game 4 of this year. Monares now looking to get points on the board. She threw 6 TDs against the Hanks Knights. Gets rid of it quickly, down to her receiver before the flag is pulled. Pass intended and connected to Cielo Gonzalez. Harmony driving down the field. Close to the first down marker. On second down, shotgun formation. With the back to the left. Fakes it, looks, throws across the middle. The bullet pass is complete before the flag is pulled. However, it successfully gets Harmony past midfield for a first down. For those just joining us, to sum up the game of flag football, it's a little different from tackle football. First, the field is 30 yards in width, 50 yards long. To get a first down, the team has to make it all the way to midfield, gaining 25 yards. Once they do that, they have 4 opportunities to score a touchdown. Absolutely no tackling or contact. Monares looks on the rush, tries to throw to her left, but the pass is dropped off the hands of Montserrat Garza. From first down to second down, the defending Dallas Cowboy champions down by 6. Part of an institution that opened in 2007. Ever since then, the Harmony network of charter schools has become the biggest in the Lone Star State. A brainchild of graduate students who started Harmony down in Houston, Texas in the year 2000. 7 years later, that line of education would come to El Paso. A science academy who has put their foot in sports down in the 915, a tradition so special to El Paso. 38 teams competing in this Region 19 flag football tournament. A select few will go on to represent the 915 in the first ever state tournament to be held in June at the University of North Texas as the Houston Texans continue their collaboration with the Dallas Cowboys. It was in 2022. When the Cowboys started flag football in leagues around Fort Worth. The pass is incomplete off the hand. Strike to get her on a cross route. Unsuccessful in doing so. Ball dropped. A lost opportunity for the Harmony Tigers. Monares in the gun. 2 receivers on both sides. The center is eligible. 1 audible is down to the left. Monares gets ready to take the snap, does so. In the pocket, facing 2 rushers. Parkland has done this all day. Looks, throws, passes over the head of her intended target, that being Monica Ortiz. Harmony another tough time trying to decipher the rush against the Parkland Matadors. So far for all of today, they have brought 2 rushers, and it's another turnover on downs for the Tigers. The Matadors will pick it up from their own 5. Up comes Concepcion. And second half action. Parkland leading 6-0 over the Tigers. Looks, throws, screen, caught. Miller has it. Miller the moves. For the Parkland Matadors, no strangers to football success. Alumni like Mike Jefferson, who was a wide receiver at Parkland, would then go on to play at the University of Arizona and Montana State University, leading his team in all-purpose yards, would later go on to play for the Dallas Cowboys in the late 2000s. Off to Miller. Miller's spin is not in time. Flag pulled by the Harmony Tigers. Parkland also looks to figures like Mike Williams. Originally born in Pennsylvania, played football at Parkland and then college football with the University of New Mexico. In 1978, that Matador alumni was named the Offensive Player of the Year of the Western Athletic Conference. If you're a UTEP Miner fan, you know about those days. Meanwhile, Parkland is trying to create new history. Miller's going to help out on that front. Miller spins her way just shy of the end zone, but taking the Matadors inside of the 5. Kaylin Miller has been an unstoppable force on the ground so far, and she has the opportunity to give Parkland a 2-possession lead over the defending Dallas Cowboy champions. Concepcion in the shotgun. 3 receivers out left, 2 to the right. Takes the snap, rolls out in the left direction, Kaylin Miller has got it. The arms are up. It's a Matador touchdown. The Concepcion to Miller connection results in 6 more points. Parkland has put Harmony on the back pedal. 12-0 against the defending Dallas Cowboy champions. This game, Harmony's first of the tournament. Parkland's second. The try for one is no good. Remains 12-0. So Harmony with a little bit of leeway, however, still down by 2 possessions. Currently on the field, Parkland will step to their sideline and we'll take a quick break. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network's coverage of girls Region 19 high school flag football.
Saturday, May 30th, World Championship Boxing returns to El Paso. It's a double main event night as hometown hero Stephanie Hahn takes on Holly Holm in a WBA lightweight world title defense. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano defends her unified titles against Germany's Cheyenne Pepper Hansen. Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer.
Down at the Student Activities Complex, the OG, opened in the year 2000. Its little brother, sitting right adjacent to us, opening in the fall of 2024, sits the site of what could possibly be the biggest upset of the year. The Parkland Matadors in the second half of play over the defending Cowboy champions and the best team in Region 19. That being because they are the only undefeated one. 9 victories, 0 losses, 1 tie. The Harmony Tigers are down by 12 points. 12-0 we stand at sack number 1. Carmen Monarez looking to change it. Looks, throws, down to her right, completes it to her receiver. Flag pulled, but able to advance in terms of yardage is Monzaret Garza. Harmony inching closer to the 25. Midways to go. On third down, shotgun formation. Takes the snap, looking for options. One rusher comes in, tries to evade, not in time in doing so. And stopping the play before it can start as Deborah Parson, the freshman rusher. At 83 degrees, despite it being almost summer, dust has picked up in the West Texas town of El Paso, and so has the winds. Currently the temperature feeling like 77 degrees, winds at 15 miles per hour. Tries to get rid of it, but it's off of the hands of Monica Ortiz, and it brings an end to the Harmony Tiger drive. 4 downs, unsuccessful in getting to midfield. The Tigers are at risk of not vying for a Region 19 title. The runner-ups led 6-0 against the Trailblazers. Their quarterback of 2 years, Carmen Monarez, in her junior season does not want it to end today. Head coach Matthew Silvas having a word with his squad, as Harmony is running out of time to get momentum against the Matadors. In second half of action, it's Parkland 12, and it's Harmony nothing. Parkland returns to play offense. Concepcion today has done what she has needed to do, but it's been the legs of Kaylin Miller that has been able to give Parkland the advantage. And a sport that originally started in the mid-1990s when the National Football League began to have youth flag football initiatives. In fact, the first ever flag football camp was held in the year 1994. That was in the home of the New England Patriots. Before Gillette Stadium even existed, that was Foxborough Stadium. The growth of flag football, now in 2026, reaching the level of Texas as the state prepares to host its first ever state championship in the sports. Today, over 2,000 leagues in 50 states, flag football has held. Pass complete. Just over the middle, over to Kaylin Miller. Flag football in youth athletics. Over 830,000 athletes off a Cowboy project that in Texas started in 2022. A chance to integrate flag football through local school districts like Fort Worth ISD. From being in charge of 15 total campuses to now almost 90. The Texans starting their initiatives in the year 2023, where they funded all 25 Houston Independent School District high schools for flag football. They would then hold showcases in 2023 and 2024. The latter of that year, the Houston Texans sent a total of 8 teams to the National Football League Flag Football Championships. A season later, the Texans high school girls team would win the NFL Flag Football Championships. The pass almost intercepted off of the hands of Concepcion. Throws it incomplete. Parkland gets a breather, doesn't give Harmony good field position. The Matadors still up 12-0. Harmony, however, gets to breathe new life into their squad. On a 4th down and out. Able to stop what's been a relatively explosive Matador offense. Kalen Miller has been running like Parkland alumni Deion Hankins, a current running back for the Chicago Bears, a former University of Texas at El Paso runner. Signed as an undrafted free agent to the Bears last season, part of a Chicago squad that made it all the way to the divisional round before a heartbreaking loss to the Los Angeles Rams. Now Matadors and Parkland are looking to be the heartbreakers. Fakes it, looks, throws to the outside, completes it to her receiver. Flag is pulled, however, it's solid yardage for the Harmony Tigers. Carmen Monares puts the pass on the money, completed to Zoe Martinez, the sophomore. Garza in as a back, shotgun formation for Monares. Monares looking for options. 2-player rush, completes it to Monica Ortiz, and Ortiz has enough for a Harmony first down. 10-minute halves, 2 of them each. We are in the second one as the sun sets down at the Student Activities Complex in day 1 of 3 for Girls Region 19 Flag Football Championships. Monares takes the snap. Looking for options. Here comes the rush. She cannot escape it. Goes down from the flag pool. None other than Kalen Miller. A new set of downs for Harmony. Second down for the Tigers. Parkland looking to move on in unprecedented fashion. After winning only 2 games this season, having to play a play-in game to have the right to face off against the Harmony Tigers, who have not lost this season. The closest they've been to losing was in their 9th game of the season. That was against El Dorado. A 6-6 tie in their season finale for Harmony, beating the Montwood Rams 18-6. Montwood advancing after a 21-0 victory over the Franklin Cougars. Pass over the middle. It's completed to her intended receiver. Monares puts it on the money to keep Harmony's drive alive. 3rd down and manageable after the pass. Parkland looking to avoid from Harmony gaining any momentum. Looks, fires it across the middle of the field, off of the hands of her intended receiver, and it's 4th down for the Tigers. Harmony needing points. Monares in the shotgun. A back to her right. Fakes it, here comes the rush. Looking, throws over the middle, incomplete. Batted down by the Parkland Matadors. It's a turnover on downs, and Parkland will have first down from their own 5, up 12 points to none in second half play. Clock winds. In a flag football game that when a half is being played, it's an ever-draining clock. before you get to the final 2 minutes. Once you get to the final 2 minutes, that clock that drains even when a pass is out of bounds or a team is swapping possessions will begin to stop for such occasions. Concepcion remains in as the quarterback for Parkland. Concepcion fakes it, rolls out, down to her right, incomplete, out of bounds. Intended for Genesis Sanchez. Second down for the Matadors. An advantage of 2 possessions. Playing under the Dallas Cowboy bracket overall, both of these NFL teams, the Texans and the Cowboys, have helped establish over 200 scholastically based girls flag football teams. El Paso counts for 38 of them. 19 split for Dallas, 19 others for Houston. Hands it off to Miller. Miller makes the moves. Advances Parkland some yards. Semi-close to a first down. Third down and manageable for the Matadors. For Concepcion. A school opened in 2007, that being Harmony against one of the OGs of El Paso. Parkland opening in 1961. It was in 2017 where the Matadors inaugurated a new chapter onto their institution, opening an early college. Concepcion throws Miller's direction. Miller will catch the ball and be attended to by our sideline. Parkland down to their last down. Fourth and last chance, up by 12. On a windy night, down in the 915 at SISD Student Activities Complex number 1. A site that has been home to high school football and band competitions in El Paso since 2000. Started a new chapter last year, being home to the Region 19 tournament off of the hands of the Harmony Tigers defender. And results in an incomplete pass for Parkland. Concepcion will go back to her sideline, and it's the Harmony Tigers who get set to start a new drive. Down 12-0, 2 possessions. Carmen Monares will have to be quick. Shotgun formation. Defensive swaps for Parkland. In comes Victoria Mendez, the sophomore defensive back. Monares in shotgun formation. With Garza to her right. Looks, throws to the outside of the field. She's got an open receiver, but it drops out of her hands. Incomplete pass and second down. Missed opportunity. Pass intended for none other than Alexa Renteria. The senior wide receiver couldn't come down with it. It's second down in midfield for the Harmony Tigers. Monares takes it. 2 rushers on. Tries to throw it to her center. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Zoe Martinez. Harmony down to third down. And instead, that third down will turn into a grouping for Harmony. Head coach Matthew Silvas will elect to use a timeout as time begins to tick. In the second half of play, 12-0. It's the Harmony Tigers, the defending Dallas Cowboy bracket champions, who are losing to the Parkland Matadors, who ended the season 2-6, beat the Young Women's Academy to play in this very game. It's Harmony's first game of the tournament. And it's Harmony backed up into their own end zone. Monares in shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Looking, throws, incomplete. A little too high for Montserrat Garza. It has been a tough night for Monades, the returning quarterback for the runner-up Tigers. 12-0. Into the night sky. Monades evades the rush. Looks, throws, on the run. Center of the field. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Sofia Terrazas. Instead is a turnover on downs. And Parkland will get possession. Monades switches to defense. In comes Concepcion, trying to keep Parkland's advantage. Second year of play of the Girls Region 19 Flag Football Tournament. And it might be the first that a defending bracket champion goes out on their first try to retain their title. To a squad who only won 2 games in the season, Parkland beat Montwood 7-6. They beat Hanks 21-7. Parkland hands it off. None other than Kaylin Miller. Miller still standing. Miller has her flag ripped off. Second down for the Matadors. Into second half play. Two of 38 high schools representing El Paso, Texas. In flag football. The top teams to play in June at the University of North Texas in the first ever state championship. Doesn't go Concepcion. Instead, will pass it. Pass complete. Running down midfield before having her flag pulled. It's none other than Rachel Silva, the wide receiver. And it brings an end to the game. The Parkland Matadors make history, beating the defending Cowboys bracket champions, the Harmony Tigers, who ended the season with the best record of 9 wins and no losses. Parkland wins. You're watching the El Paso Sports Network. I'm Sebastian Perez Navarro, and we're back with the final game of the night.
Thank you for watching this broadcast of female flag football on El Paso Sports Network. Visit us at epsportsnetwork1.com for your source of sports and entertainment.